and good evening to you, and welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, live from the Winchester Elementary School Gymnasium, as the 7-2 West Central Cougars play host to the 7-1 Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes. Alongside Tim Hull and Damon Emmerich, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Two of the best teams in West Central Illinois matching up here tonight in what could be a preview of a game you could see in just a couple of weeks at the Winchester Invitational Tournament. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. The road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Cougars of West Central and the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes this evening. Both teams off to a good start on the year. Griggsville-Perry coming off of their lone loss on the season earlier this week in a 2-point loss to Pittsfield. West Central's 2 losses, a 2-point loss to Pittsfield minus Zach Evans, and then a loss at Pleasant Plains in a single-digit loss as well. So not a bad loss at all for West Central when a good 2A Pleasant Plains team at their place really battled them to the end. These two teams, of course, playing in the Winchester Invitational Tournament past the turn of the year. And West Central earning the 2 seed, Griggsville-Perry earning the 3 seed. Camp Point's the 1 seed, by the way. And Damon Emmerich, that means that these two teams, should the seeds hold true, should meet up in a semifinal.
Yeah, we saw them match up last year in round 2. Griggsville-Perry came away with that victory. But this should be a good matchup here this evening. Both teams a little bit short-handed in this one, but you've got to play with what you've got out on the court. Griggsville-Perry looking to rebound from a tough defeat against the Pittsfield Sockies on Tuesday night, and West Central looking to come out and make a statement on their home court against this Tornadoes team.
Yeah, this Tornadoes team actually beat West Central twice last year, once in regular season play, once in the tournament, and so I am going to doubt the West Central Cougars have forgotten that.
I don't think they've forgotten that at all, and it's been one that they've had circled on their calendar for a long time. There's been a lot of talk about both these squads, and should be a good matchup. Going to be a one that the guard play is really going to come into focus on this one, and anytime you talk about West Central, obviously you start with Zach Evans.
Zach Evans, who is an 1,000-plus point scorer here, really is a kid that can put up about 30 anytime he steps onto the floor. But this is a team that is very, very talented all the way throughout and deep for Ryan Seasting.
Yeah, Ryan Seasting, ever since he's been coaching this West Central squad, just seems like he's never had a rebuild year. He just regroups every year and has a different group that can lead him. And again, this year's squad, talented, been playing varsity for a lot of years and have high expectations. for what they can accomplish this season.
Speaking about high expectations, that's what's on the plate as well for this Griggsville-Perry Tornado squad. This is a group of kids that have played a lot of varsity basketball, and with a core group being seniors, it's time to really take it to another level for GP.
Yeah, Griggsville-Perry did not play like they would have liked to have played on Tuesday night, and it's going to be up to this senior leadership group to come out and establish the tone early on. What happened on Tuesday night is in the past, but if you dwell on that for too long, you're going to pick up a second loss real quick, because this is a tough West Central squad that is out for blood here in a packed gymnasium at Winchester tonight.
And it has been full since about the end of the first quarter of the JV game, and folks just keep on pouring in, kind of gandering up into the stands saying, no, where are we going to seat? Well, you probably should have gotten here earlier than now, because this gymnasium is absolutely packed to the rafters. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Locations in Pittsfield, Perry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve you and your family with all of your banking needs close to where you live. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We'll step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, hearing from some of the sponsors who helped to bring this game to tonight on Central Illinois Sports. We'll take a look at keys to the game next.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. West Central and Griggsville-Perry, both teams out of the court, warming up in preparation for this contest. You know, some keys in this game. First of all, Damon, the Tornadoes were 2 of 16 from distance the other night in their loss to Pittsfield. They'll have to shoot a higher percentage there. I don't know that the number of three-point shots is a bad number for Griggsville-Perry to take, but you have to be much better percentage-wise than that.
Well, it's one of those things. the shot selection wasn't terrible, but if the shot's not falling, look to attack the bucket and see what you can make happen, because we saw that they were able to get to the rim and they were able to get to the free throw line. They just had too many long distance shots and not very good night of offensive rebounding. And that's one thing this Tornado squad is going to have to do, especially against better competition, is they're going to have to do a better job on the glass, both offensive and defensive. They gave up too many offensive rebounds to the Sakis the other night, and in a what is expected to be a close ball game, anytime you're giving up second chance points, that's going to come back to haunt you.
And because of the talent and Chance Little for West Central, a big key, I think, for GP in this one is Dane McAllister staying out of foul trouble.
We saw last year the best game Dane McAllister played all season was the first time this GP and West Central squad matched up. Dane McAllister was the reason Griggsville-Perry won that ball game. And for Dane, it's not going to be a question of talent. It's going to be a question of confidence. And can he come in knowing that he has the ability to be one of the best players on the floor and to really dictate how the game goes? Dane's got to stay out of foul trouble, but he can dominate the glass. And also, he's got the ability to score it from up close, or he's got the ability to knock down a three, and that's something that you don't see many 6'4" players in 1A high school basketball be able to do.
While we have seen Zach Evans, of course, put up a ton of points throughout his career, this is a well-rounded team for West Central. We talked about Chance Little, but you talk about a guy like Riker Ford, who's just a sophomore. You talk about a guy like Carson Brown, who gives you good minutes as a 6'2" junior. I mean, these are kids that have been playing basketball for a long time, now finally getting their shot to play predominantly here on the varsity level for the Cougars, and they've really taken that and are taking it and running with it here in the early part of this season.
Well, and this is a West Central squad that doesn't shy away from playing tough competition. They start the season in the Waverly tournament. That's a tough tournament. Then we've seen they've played Pittsfield. They've played Pleasant Plains. They're going to go into, obviously, their tournament that they're going to host right after Christmas break. But they schedule tough teams, and they're ready for that because that's what they have to do in order to be successful come postseason.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Evans, by the way, and I don't want to, say that, like, you don't ever want to be like, hey, this team really needs this guy, but in the game we saw them play against Pittsfield, they lost by a couple of points, I believe. And when you take a guy who's averaging 23 points a game out of the mix, now, some of those points were going to come away from other guys that scored some that night, but, I mean, with him on the floor, they're a 10, 12-point winner in that game, most likely.
Well, when Zach Evans is on the floor, most high school basketball teams are going to obviously have one man dedicated to him on defense, but really you're going to have at least one other person always with eyes on him. And Evans can not only knock down the three from basically as soon as he crosses the half-court stripe, as soon as he's at the volleyball line, Evans is open, but he has the ability to also put the ball on the floor and attack the bucket and be dangerous from there. So when you've got Zach Evans and his ability to put up 23 points a game out on the floor for you, it's just a different dynamic for this Cougar squad. And it's also more difficult for teams to prepare for somebody like a Zach Evans.
We saw Griggsville-Perry come out against Pittsfield run a triangle and two. Would you see maybe a type of I don't want to say gimmicky, that might not be the right word, but a non-traditional type of defense possibly to start this game?
Well, it's one of those things when you go up against a squad like this, you may go into it and try to do that, try to run a box and one or a triangle and two. I would say if Griggsville-Perry's going to run a gimmick defense or a junk defense, it would be more of a box and one in this ball game. Or they're going to say, hey, Zach, you get the point. You put up your shots, see how many points you can get, and we're going to make sure that nobody else does damage against us. Because in that game against Pittsfield on Tuesday, Pikeland best scores, or their highest scoring on the year, their averages, they were pretty well shut down in that game. They were contained. Their two guards that Griggsville-Perry ran the triangle and two on combined for 14 points. But then the young sophomore Hayden Gratton put up 18 points in the ballgame. So it was somebody that Griggsville-Perry didn't think was going to be who beat him that beat them on Tuesday night.
Last thing, you talked about both teams being a little shorthanded. No Mason Berry still for West Central. For Griggsville-Perry, no Garrett Woodward, who hurt an ankle in that game on Tuesday night and out for an undetermined amount of time. Rory Phillips also out with an injury. So This depth of West Central, man, Griggsville-Perry is going to have to be really ready to go. Garrett White might have to really think about how he's going to use those timeouts throughout the game to keep his team as fresh as they can on the court.
Well, and it's going to be essential for Griggsville-Perry to stay out of foul trouble. West Central's got more depth than the Tornadoes do tonight, and that's where you've got to count on a senior-laden squad to be able to play smart out on the floor, and it's going to be critical for this group to do just that tonight.
We are nearing tip-off here at the Winchester Elementary School Gymnasium. We step aside for the Star-Spangled Banner. When we come back, we have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups on Central Illinois Sports.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Is your little boy or girl off the naughty list? Well, don't miss your last chance to get toys at a huge sale December 17th at your local Farm and Home Supply. Here are some of our favorite deals, including this Build-A-Buddy tractor for under $20 and this huge remote control buggy for under $50. And get 25% off our huge selection of Melissa and Doug, including barn and pizzas. And get 20% off all games and puzzles, including a new favorite, Chicken Poo Bingo. And one of our best sellers from last year's back, this toy hauler is under $25. See all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Time to take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups this holiday season. Check out all the great offerings at Farm and Home Supply. Power tools, lots of indoor and outdoor decorations, clothing, and much, much more. It's all at your local Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. The visiting Tornadoes are 7-1 on the season under head coach Garrett White, assisted by Keenan Elliott and Matt Hansen. They'll start at a guard. He's a 5'9 senior, Wyatt Lipkeman. At a second guard, the 6'3 senior, Michael Myers. And the third guard is the 5'9 senior, Lane Lipkeman. At a forward, a 6'4 senior, Dane McAllister. And at the other forward, the 6'1 senior, Eli White. White, Lane, and Wyatt Lipkeman, Dane McAllister, and Michael Myers for Griggsville-Perry. For West Central, 7-2 on the season for Ryan Seasting's squad, assisted by Bill Jocko and Brady Schlegel. They'll start at a guard, a 5'7 junior, Cameron Sievers. At a second guard, the 6' sophomore Riker forward. And at the third guard is the 6'2 senior, that's Zach Evans. At a forward, a 6'4 senior, Chance Little. And at the other forward, the 6'2 junior, Carson Brown. Brown, Little, Evans, Ford, and Sievers for the 7-2 West Central Cougars. That's over the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We tip it off from Winchester next.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Dave Bishop, our lead official, steps into the center circle as McAllister jumps for Griggsville-Perry against Little for West Central. Sit back and enjoy high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports as the tip is up and controlled by the Cougars. Sievers has it into the front court for West Central against the zone defense of Griggsville-Perry. Down to the baseline, Evans gets open underneath. Shot put up, no good, fouled. And an early foul out of the gates on McAllister.
That'll be McAllister's first foul of the quarter against Griggsville-Perry. And at the line for the Cougars, Zach Evans for 2 shots. First one from Evans is up, and it is good. West Central out to the early 1-0 lead.
Illini Express providing walk-in medical care when you need it at their new location, 640 West Washington Street, just across from McDonald's. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Evans gets them both 2-0 early in this ball game for West Central.
Pretty good possession for West Central as they got points and got a foul on McAllister, who we said can't get in foul trouble for GP tonight. Here's a back pass to McAllister, too high, as Myers was trying to find him, sniffed out nicely by the Cougars on the defensive end.
Well, we've seen both times in the last 2 games they've tried to run that play. It's been scouted pretty well, and you've got to know if it's scouted there, just don't throw the pass, get back out into your half-court offense.
Just underway here in quarter number 1. Little with it in the backcourt, gets it to Sievers, got to get it across. Does so just in the nick of time to Carson Brown near the sideline for the white-clad Cougars. Now, Lane Lipkeman gets a foot on it, kicks it out of bounds. Out on the sideline here for West Central, leading 2-0. Ford to throw it in. Gets it to Sievers in the backcourt. He'll bring it up against Lane Lipkeman. Ford on the wing. Dribbles to the top of the key to Sievers. Gets it to the baseline. Evans back out top Ford. Interesting, they're having Evans kind of hang around in that short corner right now. Now he's got it on the wing. Dribbles it all the way around the perimeter to the right-hand side. To Sievers in the corner, had trouble with the catch. Bounce pass, high post, goes to Brown, to Sievers for a 3, and he nails it. Sievers with the tray, and the Cougars an early 5-0 advantage on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Lipkeman with it out front. That's Lane Lipkeman, the senior point guard. Works off the screen for McAllister. Gets by the defender. Drives in. Shot put up no good. Foul. Then he'll head to the free throw line shooting a pair.
Be the first foul of the ball game against the Cougars, and it'll be whistled against Cameron Sievers. We just saw Sievers knock down the 3 on the other end for West Central. That foul will send Lane Lipkeman to the line. Griggsville-Perry trailing early on 5-0, 6:35 to play, first quarter action. Lipkeman leaves his first free throw short.
Buller's Universe open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check out their new special each Monday through Friday. It's a $6 burger and fry.
Lipkeman splits a pair. Griggsville-Perry's on the scoreboard, trailing 5-1.
5-1, 6:32 to play in the opening period. Ford into the front court. Gets it out top to Evans, and he'll play the point now for the Cougars. Bounce pass to Sievers, back to Evans. Deep, 3-ball on the way, too hard. Myers has the board for the Tornadoes. Pushes it toward the front court, finds Lane Lipkeman. Lipkeman out to Myers, top of the key. Hands it back to Lane Lipkeman. Looks to the bench for the play call here. Right side, Lane Lipkeman from Wyatt. To Wyatt Lipkeman behind the arc left side. He'll try the 3. It's short. And the rebound to Brown for the Cougars. Into the front court quickly as Evans. Broke the ankles that time of the man, but then a big block by McAllister sends the ball sailing out of bounds on the baseline. It stays with West Central underneath. There's no love loss here, Damon.
They don't exchange Christmas cards this time of year.
There's a pass inside. Little trying to put it on the deck as it's stripped and stolen away. Turnover on the Cougars is their first. GP trying to get their first field goal of the game. Myers, a wild runner, no good. Rebound down to Sievers. He'll split a double team with the dribble and bring it quickly toward the front court. I like the motor he has when he's on the court. Here's a ball now knocked out of bounds by White. And it'll be Cougars basketball.
West Central's really doing a nice job spreading out this Griggsville-Perry zone as they're making sure nobody's get too close, really having Griggsville-Perry guard, and that's what you've got to do in a 2-3 zone defense like the Tornadoes are running.
Sievers with it. On the right side goes to Ford. Back out top, Sievers. To Ford. Looking inside, nothing going here. Back to Sievers, top of the key. 5:15 to play in the first. Cougars being patient on the offensive side. Not forcing anything. Now they try to get it inside. Ball was tipped right into the hands of Little. He'll rise, shoot, and misses it. Gets his own rebound. Shot put up, no good. But a foul called here. And Little heads to the free throw line.
Myers will be whistled for the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 2. Offensive rebound right there for the Cougars allows them to go to the line as Chance Little looking for his first points of the ball game. His team's got the 5-1 lead, 5:05 to play, first quarter action. Little's good on the first.
The Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Second one for Little is off the back of the iron, no good. Evans with the offensive rebound, going to be knocked away by McAllister, and it'll go Griggsville-Perry basketball. So that'll be a rebound for Evans. Then it'll be a turnover, be the second turnover against the Cougars. But again, Griggsville-Perry has to limit these offensive rebounds for West Central because those offensive rebounds lead to quick putbacks or fouls for the Tornadoes.
4:56 to play in the first. GP still looking for that first bucket to fall through, Damon. Myers with it out front. Right side to McAllister behind the arc. Man-to-man defense for West Central. Lane Lipkeman to McAllister. The thing is, the Cougars probably match up about as well athlete for athlete as anybody Griggsville-Perry is going to play this season. And now traveling is going to be called on McAllister. And a turnover on the Tornadoes. 4:30 to play in the first. Garrett White asking Tim Crumwitty about something that happened on that possession. Tim Crumwitty, Shiloh Savage, and Dave Bishop are officials this evening. Sievers bad pass, stolen away by Wyatt Lipkeman. Layup up on the other end, good. And cuts this lead down to 3. 4:17 to play in the first. Quick pass the other way, Little off balance. Shot put up, no good. Might have been fouled, no call. And it's out of bounds, it'll head the other direction.
Myers has got to be careful right there. He's got one foul. Cannot afford to have him on the bench with 2. Did a good job going straight up on that. And we'll see check into the ball game. Flint Kirk as going to the bench will be Eli White. So Kirk into the ball game for the first time wearing a different number in this one, wearing number 10.
All right. Out top, Wyatt Lipkeman finds McAllister. Shot fake. Now he'll put one up off the jump shot and gets it to go. McAllister with the bucket to make it a 6-5 score on the PCRE scoreboard. Brown in the backcourt along with Sievers. Brown gets it to Little. Throws it over the top into the front court to Ford. Ford patient with it there. 3:37 to play here in the first. Out to Sievers. Back to Ford against the 2-3 zone of Griggsville-Perry. Ford gets it back from Sievers. Looks down low, nothing going here. Trying to get position on the high post is Brown. Kind of surprised maybe not to see him and Little switch up there, but Little, who's just a hair taller there in the high post. All right, Seasting switching things up for his team. 3 minutes left in the period. Been a good defensive game on both ends. Here's a ball to Brown at the free throw line. Jump shot up, can't go. Rebound, Evans put back, no good. And the rebound secured by Myers. Quickly into the front court come the Tornadoes. Out top, Lane Lipkeman to Myers for the 3 in the lead. Yes! Myers from downtown and gives the Tornadoes an 8-6 advantage. Evans into the front court to Little. Little dribble drive inside. Creates a little space. Leans back. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Evans. Puts it up and in for 2. Ties us up at 8 points apiece. Lipkeman the other way. Finds his brother Lane. Backs his way in. Out to Wyatt Lipkeman trying the tray. It goes his way. Tornado was already making as many threes as they made on Tuesday night here in the first 6 minutes of this contest. Brown has picked up the dribble. Ooh, dangerous pass there, nearly stolen away. To Ford on the right side, it goes to Sievers. 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Now a foul going to be called here on Lane Lipkeman as he was guarding hard in the high post.
Be Lane Lipkeman's first. Team foul number 3. We'll see Logan Finsick into the ballgame for Griggsville-Perry. Dane McAllister will take a seat. Then we see for this West Central squad, Nick Hamilton into the ballgame for the first time, as well as Caden Meyer.
Brown gets the ball, drives inside, and puts it up and in for 2. He might have got an extra step there to the basket. Kirk on the left side, Lane Lipkeman feeling it from downtown, no good. Brown with another rebound for the Cougars. Outlet pass goes to Evans. Pushes it into the front court. Back out top to Carson Brown. To Evans between the circles. 1:33 to play in the first. But a good contest here. Here's Evans down low, finds Brown. Brown kind of bangs around to the post, shot put up no good. Foul, then he'll head to the free throw line, shooting 2 shots.
Be the 4th foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. Flint Kirk whistled for his first. And to the line for this Cougar squad, Carson Brown. Brown's first free throw attempts on the way. And first one is no good. Eli White checking back in for Griggsville-Perry. Kirk will take a seat. On the other side, we see Cameron Sievers back into the ballgame for West Central as they'll give Zach Evans a quick breather. Carson Brown at the line. Second free throw for him is good. It gives us our second tie of the ballgame.
They're tied at 8, now tied at 11 points apiece on the PCRE scoreboard. 1:20 left in the first. Right side with it is Lipkeman. Out top to Finsick for the long 2. Toe was on the line, no good. Rebound to Ford for the Cougars. Gets it to Sievers. His pass now is out of bounds and a turnover on West Central.
Evans back in, as well as Chance Little. As taking seat, Riker Ford and Carson Brown will also take a breather.
GP trying to retake the advantage here with a minute to play in the first. Here's Lane Lipkeman, gets inside, finds Finsick, out top, good look from about 15, won't fall. Meyer had the rebound, now it's swatted away, loose on the court. Lipkeman has it, and they'll call him for traveling as he kind of slid across on a knee. I don't know, Damon, I don't think he probably did that on his own. Must have been slick right there too, because it was pretty quick on that slide.
Yeah. That'll be a turnover against Griggsville-Perry. That'll be their 3rd.
Get the perspiration wiped up under the basket here. 11-11, 48 seconds to play in the first. Little into the front court. Spin move, lost the ball, and out of bounds on the turnover.
That's a turnover against the Cougars. That'll be their 6th of the first quarter. As we'll see McAllister check back in. White will take a seat for Griggsville-Perry. 44.2 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Knotted up at 11. We'll see if the Tornadoes can hold for 1, and they'll have to do so against tough man-to-man defense of this West Central squad.
Lane Lipkeman to Wyatt Lipkeman near the big WC here in midcourt at the Winchester Elementary School Gymnasium, home of the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Coming up in early January once again. Finsick to Wyatt Lipkeman with 19 seconds to play in the quarter. Dribbles towards the left side now. Guarded hard there by Sievers. Out top, Lane Lipkeman with 10 seconds. Works against Hamilton, the sophomore. Close to a 5-second call here. Gets to inside, and a 5-second call is the call. 3.7 seconds to play in the first, and the game tied at 11 points apiece.
A little bit of a late whistle there as the pass was already out of the hands before the call was made. But you've got to have that sense as a ball handler if you're being closely guarded. So it's a turnover against Griggsville-Perry, their 4th.
Meyer to inbound, looking for Evans, turned over. Michael Myers with the steal. That shot was too late after the buzzer had sounded, so would not have counted anyway, and the first quarter is in the books. After 1, it's West Central and Griggsville-Perry tied at 11.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Ready to start quarter number 2. Game tied at 11. West Central will have the basketball to start the second quarter of play. They bring to the court Severs, Ford, Evans, Little, and Brown. That's the way they started the game. GP counters with their original starters with Wyatt and Lane Lipkeman, Myers, White, and McAllister.
Griggsville-Perry, after a quarter, shooting 4 of 9 from the floor for 44%. West Central, 3 of 10, as we'll see Lane Lipkeman's going to be whistled for a foul in the backcourt. That'll be his second. First foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. West Central 3 of 10 from the floor for 30%. We'll see Brody Rush, the 5'9 freshman, check into the ballgame for the first time in this one for Griggsville-Perry as Lipkeman picked up that second foul.
He has played some limited minutes in varsity, but guess who hasn't? Evans, and he knocks down the 3. Makes it a 14-11 lead for West Central with 7:40 to play here in the half.
Be the second lead change of the ball game.
Rush with it out front. He had a fine JV game for Griggsville-Perry, who won by double digits. Wyatt Lipkeman with it out front. He's had a little trouble getting open early in this one. Right side, White hands it off to Lipkeman. By the way, something we didn't talk about because it's only December, but the subsectional assignments came out this week. These two teams in the same subsectional. So that means they could play in the same regional. Might not, but could play in the same regional. So this game is big, even though it's early December. McAllister with it out front. Pass on the right side to Wyatt Lipkeman. Out top the Rush. Now it goes to McAllister. Tried the pass on the wing, knocked out of bounds, and they'll say off of Myers and out of bounds.
It'll be a turnover against GP. That's their 5th. Right now, West Central's the more physical team out on the floor. They're all over Griggsville-Perry, really getting a hand on them and making them play through contact.
Brown drives inside, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by White for GP. Gets it to Wyatt Lipkeman into the front court. Over to Rush. Tornadoes had, 3 or 4 guys on that side of the court, have to balance it out here, and they do on this little 5-out set. McAllister on the right side finds Wyatt Lipkeman. Ford's done a good job staying in front of him. Now Rush to McAllister, over to Wyatt Lipkeman. They'll bring it back out to Wyatt Lipkeman to reset here. Ford right up in his grill. Lipkeman can't complete the drive. Out to Myers. And we'll see.
Evans will be
Evans go for the bump.
That'll be Evans' first. Team foul number 1 of the quarter. 6:08 to play first half action. Griggsville-Perry has the basketball, trailing 14-11.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction, our scoreboard sponsor. Check out all the latest local listings at PCRERealestate.com. Myers with it on the drive, kicks it out to McAllister. Fakes the 3, has Little go flying by. Couldn't take advantage of it, though. Passes it off to Myers. Myers knifes inside, runner-up right-hand scoop shot, no good. And on the rebound, the ball is out of bounds off of Myers. Length of the court to go here for West Central. They're letting them play underneath.
Letting them play underneath, and it's calling it on both sides. Had a few fouls out away from the basket, but underneath, definitely letting them get away with it.
Little into the front court as his arm slapped by Myers, and that will be the foul.
That's a foul out of frustration right there from Myers, and he'll be whistled for his second team foul of the quarter. So Fensick and Lane Lipkeman back into the ballgame. Rush and Myers take a seat.
That's where he missed Garrett Woodward for sure right there for Griggsville-Perry. Here's Evans off of a 3 from the inbounds pass. Second time they've run a very similar play there in this quarter.
Always have to know where Zach Evans is on the floor at all times, as that three-pointer he knocks down gives West Central their largest lead of the ballgame at 6.
Lipkeman out top to McAllister. Back to Lane Lipkeman. Has it near the half-court line to McAllister. Looks for an opening. Been impressed at how well West Central has played defensively in this contest. Really a good, cohesive unit on this end of the court.
They've game planned very well for this one, and you can tell that they know where they need to be on the defensive end of the floor, as Griggsville-Perry's going to have a ball go through the hands of Lipkeman. That's a turnover, their 6th. Riker Ford into the front court with the basketball.
Down low, they feed Little. He doesn't get that shot off, but he does draw the foul, which kind of looked like it was the intent.
Foul will be on the floor, and it'll be whistled against Dane McAllister. That'll be his second. Team foul number 3 of the quarter. So McAllister and Myers on the bench right now for Griggsville-Perry with 2 fouls, and their team trailing by 6.
We said earlier they can ill afford to get in foul trouble. A couple of guys out of the rotation tonight. Here's Evans now for a deep 3, no good. Rebound on the play down to Carson Brown. Back out to Sievers. To Evans, top of the key on the second chance. Gets it over to Ford left side. He took a single bounce, but didn't really go anywhere with it. Has to get it back out to Evans. 4:20 to play in the half. Ford near the half-court line to Evans. Crosses over. Got the man off of his feet. Ooh, nice pass down low to Little. Gathers, shoots, and scores. And makes it a 19-11 score. Lane Lipkeman the other way. Puts one up. Can't get it to go. Rebound down to Little. To Sievers. Into the front court. Threads the needle to Evans. Back to Riker Ford, who puts it up and in for 2, and a timeout taken here by Griggsville-Perry. It's an Adams Network timeout. 3 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the half. West Central on top by 10.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
3:52 to play in the half. 21-11 West Central with a 10-point lead on the PCRE scoreboard. Michael Myers checks in during the timeout. Back out there with 2 fouls. Lane Lipkeman works off the dribble, drives, and is fouled by Sievers.
Sievers will be whistled for his second. That will be the second team foul of the quarter, so we'll see back into the ballgame for West Central Caden Meyer and also Nick Hamilton, as Sievers and Carson Brown will take a seat.
Myers to inbound for the Tornadoes underneath his own hoop. Gets it to White. Right back to Myers from Lipkeman. Turnaround shot too hard. And Chance Little with another rebound. Works the ball to the front court to Evans.
West Central on a 13-0 run right now, I believe. It was 11-8, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's right. And no points given up in the quarter yet for the Cougars. Right side Evans gets it on the baseline. Caught underneath, throws it off of the defender White and out of bounds. Cougars will maintain the possession underneath. Little out top. Hamilton straight on 3, and he'll have it go in and out. I've never seen a ball do that, I don't think. But Ford puts it up and in. I mean, that ball had spun into the net and came back out. but Ford was there to clean up the glass. And the run continues for West Central. Left side, Wyatt Lipkeman had a little trouble gaining the possession. Gets it out top, White. Now Lane Lipkeman. Lipkeman, a little hesitation move. Kicks to the corner, Wyatt Lipkeman for three. Good. Much needed basket for the Tornadoes. 23-14. Hamilton into a double team in the front court, and too much. Fouled by Kirk.
That'll be Kirk's second, fourth foul of the quarter. Cougars will be shooting the bonus the rest of the way.
And where are they going to put the ball out here?
Well, Tim Crumweedy thought that might have been 5 team fouls of the half or of the quarter, but it's just the fourth. So it'll be inbound in front of GP's bench.
Hamilton has it out front. Gets it over to Evans on the left side. Surveys the floor to Meyer. Ball reversed on the right side to Ford. Thought about the skip pass. Instead, back out top to Hamilton. 2:14 to play in the half. To Ford on the right side. To Hamilton. Got to get it reversed here. To Evans. He's on the left wing now. Down low, little turnaround shot in traffic. No good. And White with a rebound for the Tornadoes. That time when Little got it, if he'd come right back out opposite wing, Zach Evans would have had that wide open look from three. And I know you could make an argument that says, well, yeah, but he was right under the basket. But Evans is deadly when open. Here's a shot up by Lane Lipkeman. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Evans. He'll take it into the front court. Look out. Coast to coast. Shot up, no good. Fouled. On the floor, he'll shoot two anyway, as it's the 5th foul on the Tornadoes.
That's a 3rd foul. They're actually not going to whistle Kirk for that one. They're going to whistle Eli White, so that'll be his first. Evans to the line to shoot 2. He's pretty much as dangerous from the line as he is from shooting a layup as on the season. Zach Evans coming into this ball game shooting, well, even better now, as from the line he was at 75%.
He's 19 for 25 on the season.
He gets them both. Evans is up to 12 points in the game.
11-point lead with 1:37 to play in the half. Left side, Wyatt Lipkeman. Dribble drive in. Little runner on the baseline. It's an air ball. Rebound out of bounds. It'll go the way of the Cougars. Here comes Little back into the game. Meyer will sit down for West Central. A bounce pass to Little in the backcourt. Evans. Hamilton into the front court forward. Ooh, he about ran into a young fan along the sideline there. Left side, Evans for a 3. Good again. Zach Evans from downtown. He's got 15. And it's a 14-point West Central lead with just over a minute to play in the half. Wyatt Lipkeman trying to answer. No good. Myers with the offensive board. Pulls it out beyond the perimeter to Lane Lipkeman. Knifes inside. Runner up right hand. Good on a little teardrop shot by Lane Lipkeman. Evans in the backcourt. Had it knocked loose for a moment. Gained the possession now to Ford. He's the only Cougar in the front court. Has to create a little space off the dribble. Now to Evans with 43 ticks to play in the half. Would West Central trying to hold for one shot here? Hamilton on the left wing. Ball tipped and nearly stolen away, but recovered by Evans. Down low, Little on the baseline, and he is fouled by White.
White's second, so it'll send Little to the line for 2. Little's 1 for 2 from there in the ball game. Right now, West Central 6 for 8 from the line. As Chance Little has the opportunity to add to his team's 12-point lead. He does just that as he gets the first one to go.
Reelette and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Check them out for your holiday shopping, as they have concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. A wide variety to choose from at Reelette and Twine, 217-285-5013.
Carson Clevenger into the ball game for the Cougars as Little gets them both back out to a 14-point Cougars lead.
Wyatt Lipkeman walks it across the half-court line. Finds Lane Lipkeman with 19 seconds to play in the half. Myers now Wyatt Lipkeman. Tornadoes trying to beat a buzzer and claw a little closer here before the break. Clevenger out guarding against Wyatt Lipkeman with 7 seconds. He's trying to get free, close to 5. Out to Lane Lipkeman. Lipkeman off of the screen. Puts up a shot, draws contact with 0.8 of a second left, and he'll shoot 2.
Foul's going to be whistled against Hamilton. That'll be Hamilton's first. And to the line for 2 shots will be Lane Lipkeman for Griggsville-Perry. Lipkeman's 1 for 2 from the line in the ball game. He's got 3 points. First one for him goes in and out, no good, as Kirk and Finsick check back in with 0.8 of a second for Griggsville-Perry. Myers and McAllister go to the bench with their 2 fouls. Lane Lipkeman has 1 free throw left. That shot is up and good.
Makes it 30-17, and the Cougars will just hold it, and the half comes to an end. It's West Central on top of Griggsville-Perry, 30-17, as we take you to the Little Jess Motors halftime show with halftime stats and more your way after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. West Central on top of Griggsville-Perry, 30-17 here at the halftime break. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. The place to go for your next car buying opportunity. Their sales staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are met. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by 3431 Main Street in Quincy.
Well, in the first half of play, Griggsville-Perry shooting 3 of 10 from the 2 and 3 of 7 from the 3. Total of 6 of 17 from the field for 35%, and they were 2 of 4 from the line for 50%. For the Cougars of West Central, they were 5 of 13 from 2, 4 of 7 from the 3, shooting 9 of 20 total from the field for 45%, and they were also 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. In the first half, Griggsville-Perry with 6 turnovers, 7 turnovers for the Cougars. Fouling situation, Kirk, McAllister, Myers, and Lane Lipkeman all with 2 fouls for Griggsville-Perry. For West Central, Cameron Sievers, the only Cougar with more than 1 foul, as he has 2 fouls. West Central leading by as many as 14. They take the 13-point lead here to the half. Griggsville-Perry led by 3, tied at 2, tied twice in the ballgame, tied at 8 and 11, as at the half, West Central leading Griggsville-Perry by a score of 30-17. Before we take our next break, just want to give a quick shout out to Malin as she's getting ready to head to bed. Couldn't make it to the game tonight, but watching from home. Sleep tight, May, and we will come back with the rest of your first half stats after these.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at No. 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Back of the Little Jess Motors halftime show. West Central on top of Griggsville-Perry, 30-17 here at the halftime break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete ready to serve you. Still some pouring days left this year. Get on the books for the spring by calling 309-252-1052.
Well, in the second quarter, West Central outscored Griggsville-Perry by a score of 11-6. Taking a look at individual scoring for the first half of play. First off, for the Tornadoes of Griggsville-Perry, Dane McAllister with 2 points, Michael Myers with 3 points, Lane Lipman with 4, and Wyatt Lipman led the way in the first half for the Tornadoes with 8 points. For this West Central Cougar squad, they had the following: Cameron Sievers and Carson Brown with 3 points apiece, 4 points for Riker Ford, 5 points for Chance Little, and leading the way in the first half for the Cougars was Zach Evans with 15 points.
Well, Damon, what's Griggsville-Perry need to do to make an adjustment, try to draw this one a little bit closer in this third quarter?
Well, I think step one for Griggsville-Perry is make sure that you know where Zach Evans is on the floor at all times, as they've seen him get loose several times, twice on inbounds plays for a wide open three. And if you leave Zach Evans open, it's not going to end pretty most of the time. The other thing, Charlie, we talked about it in the pregame show, but they've got to box out. Offensive rebounds are hurting the Tornadoes and allowing for second chance points or trips to the free throw line for West Central, and it didn't help when Dane McAllister and Michael Myers went to the bench respectively with 2 fouls apiece. But Griggsville-Perry, right now it's gut check time, and you've got to find a way to whittle away at the 13-point West Central advantage here at the half.
And if you're West Central, you're trying to go right after those guys who have 2 fouls. How many guys can you get to have 3 or maybe 4 fouls in the third quarter? Because they saw once we got into Griggsville-Perry's reserves, it really opened some things up.
Well, I'm sure the speech here at halftime for Coach Ryan Seasting is, hey, we've got a 13-point lead, but right now we're coming out, the score's even, but it's time to step on the Tornadoes' throats right now and make a statement here in the early going, as you've got a chance to really put this squad away and get a big victory leading into the Christmas break and Christmas tournament.
It is the Little Jess Motors halftime show. One final break. We get ready for second half action next.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Ready to start the second half. It'll be Griggsville-Perry basketball to start the half. And they'll take the ball out in the backcourt. Not a lot of room there at half court, so it doesn't really matter, right? And we're underway. Tornadoes with their original starters. Lane Lipkeman, Wyatt Lipkeman, White, Myers, and McAllister. Wyatt Lipkeman has it out front, looks to the bench for the play call. Lane Lipkeman on the dribble against Sievers. And nearly a 5 count again to Wyatt Lipkeman. Deep 3 ball up and in. Good first possession for the third quarter for GP. Cutting a lead to 10. Brown, Evans, Little, Sievers, and Ford as this ball stolen away by GP. Trying to throw the ball into traffic did West Central. Myers, out top McAllister, over to Wyatt Lipkeman, who's got the hot hand. To Lane Lipkeman, left side for a 3, rattles in and out, no good. And the rebound pulled in by Carson Brown. Off to Evans, he'll take it across on the bounce. He had 15 first half points. Bounce pass on the wing to Sievers. He'll bring it out front and set it up for the Cougars. Ford with it on the wing. In the corner to Sievers. It'll give and go to Evans. Back out to Sievers. Good luck 3 ball. It's an air ball. The rebound saved and bounds goes to Brown and he travels. He just needed to go right up there and was kind of hesitant. I don't know if he was afraid to get a shot block that time or what it was, but it cost him an easy basket there.
Yeah, had a chance to go up there and try to draw a third foul against Dane McAllister, but shuffled the feet. Griggsville-Perry catches a break right there. Need to convert right here and try to cut into this deficit even more.
10-point game, 6:28 to play in the third on the PCRE scoreboard. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman, runner now up and good. And he's starting to score from a lot of different places on the court now for the Tornadoes. Brown in the backcourt to Sievers near the sideline. Across to Evans. Into a double team, in some trouble. Tried to throw it off the defender. Ball saved in bounds by McAllister. Off to Myers. He'll attack. Give it to McAllister in the lane. Puts up a shot. No good. And the rebound down to Ford. Into the front court with it is Evans. Has the ball knocked out of bounds by Myers. 5:52 to play in the third. There's a lot of contact on the other end.
Got to be some kind of a call right there, whether it's a charge or a block.
And a lot of contact. Here's a pass all the way in the backcourt as Sievers will go get it. Oh, hey, Tim. Glad you could join us. Now to Evans. They're working on the left side. That's to Ford. To Sievers. Sievers drives baseline. Finds Brown, who's got the ball stripped and stolen away by Wyatt Lipkeman. Now the ball loose as Sievers trying to get it back. Tornadoes able to maintain the possession. Lane Lipkeman out to White. To McAllister right side. Wyatt Lipkeman reverses to Myers. Myers dribble drive inside, gets to the rim, shot up is good, and they'll call that an offensive foul.
Might have to respectfully disagree with that one, as that's going to be the third foul against Myers. That's a big call right there, as it could have been would have made it a 2-possession game. Instead, it's a turnover against Griggsville-Perry, a foul against Myers, and the first foul of the quarter against West Central, or against Griggsville. Then we had some heavy contact there, no call.
Zach Evans went down. It looks like he's a little lame. Here's Myers, top of the key for 3. It's an air ball. Rebound, White tried to save it in bounds and hit off the back of the backboard. Let's get physical. It is. Wow. 4:56 to play in the third. And in a game like this, here's a ball stolen away. Off to Myers. Myers layup up and in. Tornadoes on the run up. They've cut it down to 6. 30-24. Evans the other way. A little out of control. Puts it up. Blocked by McAllister. And Evans will head to the free throw line.
I think we've got to get this one under control a little bit right here. And, you know, this is a veteran officiating crew that's got to do a better job right now. They're letting us get out of control and then calling some fouls that might be a little bit ticky-tack. But Evans at the line right there where he's whistled or unable to convert on the first. So right now, McAllister and Myers are out on the floor with 3 fouls for Griggsville-Perry.
Now what I was going to say is these two teams don't need more reason to be upset with one another.
Yep. Evans gets the second to go. He's got 16. That's the first point of the quarter for West Central.
McAllister with it behind the arc left side. Hands it off to Wyatt Lipkman out front. 4:28 to play in the third. Dribble drive inside. Still on the bounce as he takes it beyond the perimeter. Drives back in, kicks left side lane. Lipkman 3. It is good. Hit every part of the rim and fell on in and cuts it down to a 4-point lead. Evans with the basketball in the backcourt to Sievers. Gets it across to Brown. Right side, Little drives in, leans back, can't get it to roll. Rebound, Michael Myers for the Tornadoes. Here comes GP into the front court. Right side, Wyatt Lipkman 3, no good. Little the board for GP and is fouled by Lane Lipkman deep in the backcourt.
Another Griggsville-Perry player with 3 fouls as Lipkman, Myers, and McAllister all have 3. And was that Little with the rebound right there?
It was.
That's Little's 4th rebound of the ball game. Averages over 9 rebounds a game.
GP staying put with the guys they have on the floor. Hamilton came in for West Central. Sat down Sievers. Close to 10 into the front court. Hamilton, he gets free, drives inside, puts it up and in.
Hamilton's first 2 of the ball game.
It looked pretty easy, didn't it? 3:30 to play in the third. Lane Lipkman toward the left wing. Ball handoff to his brother Wyatt. Works off the McAllister screen. Drives inside, and a blocking foul called here on Carson Brown.
That'll be Brown's first. Be the 2nd foul of the quarter against West Central. Usually that'll just be their first foul of the quarter.
Myers underneath for the Tornadoes. Inbounds pass to McAllister. Catches, shoots, misses, and the 5th rebound now for Chance Little. Off to Evans. He'll bring the ball into the front court. Now between the circles to Hamilton. Back to Evans. They'll set up the half-court attack against the GP zone. Evans with it on the right side. Picks up the bounce. Goes to Hamilton. Look to reverse it now. He'll put it on the dribble. High with the top of the defense to Ford. Works the short corner to Little. Out top Hamilton to Evans. Trying to create. Shut off there by Lane Lipkman. In the middle to Carson Brown. Bounce pass on the baseline goes to Little. Back on the perimeter now to Brown at the free throw line. Straight on. Jump shot up and good with the line drive. Tornadoes are quick into the front court in the 35-27 game. Lane Lipkman to Wyatt Lipkman. Left side gets set for a 3 short. Rebound tipped around, comes down to Lane Lipkman. Gets it to White. He'll drive inside. Blocked by Little. And the rebound pulled down by Brown. Evans brings it the other way. He's got it out top now. Big block there.
Good response by this West Central squad as Griggsville-Perry had it down to as little as 4. And it's back out to an 8-point lead for the Cougars with a chance to add to that.
Evans with the basketball to Hamilton on the left side. Brown really fighting hard for position on the high post. Here's Evans. Gets inside, a little up, under, and in for 2 more.
Too easy against Zach Evans right there.
Here's Lane Lipkman. Puts one up, no good. Rebound down to Eli White. Now his pass is stolen away. No. Tornadoes able to maintain. Out top, Myers for the 3. It's off the mark. And the rebound, a foul called on White.
That's White's third, fourth team foul against Griggsville-Perry. We'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it to West Central 37, Griggsville-Perry 27. We're back in a minute.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the perfect gifts for this holiday season.
Come in and check out all of the great gift ideas like hunting accessories, clothing, gun safes, guns and bows.
Let Game Masters help you with your holiday shopping.
Go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection.
And don't forget gift cards for those hard-to-buy loved ones. Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
Game Masters in Quincy.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
This break in the action brought to you by Adams Network. For top-notch local computer sales and service, call Adams Experts 217-214-3423. GP called the timeout. Their second of the game, 1:36 to play in the third. In a 37-27 lead for West Central. Cougars have the ball out of bounds. Length of the court to go here. Meyer looking to throw it in, lobs it up, gets it in just in the nick of time to Zach Evans. That was a very near a 5 count.
One of the few times in this ball game we've seen the Cougars not have very good floor spacing. They had about 6 inches of space between two guys trying to get the ball inbounds.
Hamilton works it on the left side. That is to Sievers. Long skip pass to Meyer. Now Hamilton. And his pass nearly stolen away as it hits the sideline. Out of bounds on the sideline for the Cougars. Inside the front court. I'll throw it to Sievers and he'll walk it up. 10-point lead and a 6-0 run right now by West Central. Had a run earlier in the game. What was that, a 13-0 run?
Actually got up to a 15-0 run as they trailed 11-8. Next thing you know, West Central had a 23-11 lead.
Here's Hamilton.
And it's back out to a 13-point lead as Hamilton's come off the bench here in the third quarter and scored 5 points. And just like that, from a 4-point lead to a 13-point lead for the Cougars.
40 seconds to play in the third. GP needs an answer. Myers with it out front. Over to Lane Lipkeman. Drives inside, kicks it out to White. White to McAllister, top of the key, with 30 ticks to play in the third.
It'll be Cougars basketball to start the fourth quarter as well.
Lane Lipkeman to Wyatt Lipkeman, right side. Trying to find an opening in this West Central defense. Now Lipkeman turns the corner, gets inside, shot up good, but he's fouled on the floor.
Foul's going to be whistled against Carson Brown. That'll be Brown's second foul of the quarter. 16.4 seconds to play. Myers will be the inbound man underneath his own basket for Griggsville-Perry, but before he inbounds, Chance Little check back into the game. Brown will go to the seat, will have a seat for the Cougars.
Inbounds to McAllister, now to Lipkeman. Lane Lipkeman with it with 10 seconds to play in the third. Works against Hamilton, left side to Wyatt Lipkeman. Kicks. Lane Lipkeman, three, blocked by Hamilton. Rebound on the play. Hamilton, will he get a shot off? It's up. It is no good. And the third quarter comes to a close. After three, it's West Central 40, Griggsville-Perry 27. Fourth quarter play-by-play. Your way next.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already, he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon. Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cashcom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. West Central has the basketball and the 13-point lead.
After 3 quarters of play, Griggsville-Perry 10 of 31 from the field for 32%. West Central 13 of 26 for 50%. West Central also 9 of 12 from the free throw line in the ballgame. Griggsville-Perry 2 of 4 from the stripe.
Cougars have the ball to start the final quarter. Into the front court, Evans with the basketball. Works the dribble. Has it knocked away, stolen away by Griggsville-Perry. And then double dribbling going to be called. So a turnover for a turnover. And West Central ends up with the possession headed back their direction. Meyer to inbound, gets it into Evans. Dribbles inside, bounce pass down low, Little, shot no good. Bumped and fouled by Myers, and 2 shots for Little.
That's entirely too much space for Zach Evans to operate right there. As there was nobody within 5 feet of him. Ends up attacking the bucket, draws the foul as he dished it off. That's a foul against Myers. That's Myers' 4th. Chance Little's at the line for 2, where the first one for him is good. It ties the largest lead of the ball game for West Central at 14. It's a 41-27 Cougar lead. 7:41 to play in the fourth quarter. Second one for Little is no good. Lipkeman with the rebound for Griggsville-Perry. That's Wyatt Lipkeman.
Lane Lipkeman now with it into the front court to Wyatt Lipkeman on the wing. Tries to back his way in. Back out to Lane Lipkeman for a 3. Well short. And the rebound down to Meyer for West Central. Hamilton finds Evans on the run into the front court. Crosses over. Shuffles it back out to Sievers. Knocked into the stands by Wyatt Lipkeman.
Brown and Riker back in. Hamilton and Meyer will take a seat for West Central. Good minutes there for Nick Hamilton, who came in on the bench, off the bench, and really gave Ryan Seasting's squad a big lift in that third quarter as he scored 5 points, including a big 3 that he knocked down late in that one.
Brown at the free throw line to Ford on the right side for a 3. Good. Riker Ford, fresh into the game, and in for 3. 44-27, biggest lead of the ball game right now for West Central. 7 minutes to play. McAllister top of the key, 3 no good. Rebound, Sievers trying to keep it alive. Could not do so, so GP will get a second chance opportunity here.
GP, since the first quarter of play, is 3 for 13 from behind the three-point line, shooting 5 for 17 in the ballgame, 6 for 10 for West Central from behind the arc.
Myers on the drive. Leaves it out to Wyatt Lipkeman. 44-27 West Central with 6:40 to play. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman, gets inside, shot in as it rimmed in and out and back in for 2 more.
Wyatt Lipkeman's up to 15 points on the night. Outscored the rest of his team thus far as his team's got 29, 15 of those coming from Wyatt Lipkeman.
Evans, high post to Brown, right side over to Ford. It's a dangerous West Central squad. Once they get all these pieces rolling the right direction, look out. Here's Brown from the free throw line. They've just got so many guys who can score.
So many guys that can score, and, you know, they've played against this Griggsville-Perry zone for several years now, so they know where to look, and they're just doing a great job spacing it out as Wyatt Lipkeman's pull-up from the free throw line is no good. Dane McAllister gets the offensive rebound. His three-point attempt is no good, and then it will be ball out of bounds to Griggsville-Perry as Fensick will check back in. White will take a seat. On the other end, we'll see Hamilton back in as Cameron Sievers goes to the bench for West Central.
Wyatt Lipkeman with it. He's wide open at the free throw line. Elbow misses the shot. And Riker Ford has the rebound for the Cougars. Takes it on the pass into the front court and threw it out of bounds. Turnover on West Central here with 5:42 to play.
That's the only thing in this ballgame that Coach Ryan Seasting's going to be disappointed with his squad is that's the 15th turnover now for West Central, but they've had a lot of dead ball turnovers that has allowed them to get back and set up their defense.
Wyatt Lipkeman out top to Fensick. To Wyatt Lipkeman. And the foul going to be called on Ford.
Ford will be whistled for his first. That'll be the first foul of the quarter. Sievers back in. Ford takes a seat. We see on every dead ball, Ryan Seasting's running at least one or two new bodies in on the court, and it's helped his squad tonight as they've got the fresh legs out here. Inbound to Lane Lipkin. Spin move for him as he attacks the bucket is up and good. And Garrett White will take a timeout after that. 46-31, West Central leading Griggsville-Perry. 5:20 to play in this one, back in 30 seconds.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
5:20 to play in the contest. Timeout taken by Griggsville-Perry. They find themselves down by 15 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game as Sievers brings it across the time stripe.
Tornadoes switch into a man-to-man, and Evans is going to beat him backdoor as he fakes going out to the baseline. Cut backdoor for the open layup, and he's got 20.
I think we saw GP play man for maybe a possession or two on Tuesday.
Just not something that they do a lot of. Myers will attack the basket, and he'll take the runner from far away. One hand shot up and good, and he'll go to the line looking to complete the and one as Carson Brown was whistled for his third and the second team foul of the quarter. Michael Myers at the line, his team trailing by a score of 48-33. Griggsville-Perry had trimmed the deficit to 4 before West Central was able to extend the lead back out to 17. Myers gets the free throw to go.
And West Central's lead is down to 14. Here's a ball. McAllister trying to get a steal, but West Central gets a timeout instead. And I'm not sure anybody had possession, but a timeout granted. It's an Adams Network timeout for top-notch local computer sales and service. Call Adams Experts, 217-214-3423.
Hey, grab me one too.
.443 to play. 48-34 West Central on top. Ryan Seasting called the timeout to save a possible turnover for his squad. A loose ball situation.
Griggsville-Perry will come out in the 1-2-2 zone defense now. Myers out top.
Evans with it left side. Skips it across to Ford. Guarded hard by Lane Lipkin. To Brown. Back out to Sievers. 4:29 to play. Still some time left in this game. But for the Tornadoes, they've got to really start making some things happen if they're going to make a comeback in this game. The thing about it is teams like West Central just don't make that many mistakes.
No, and if you get them to the line, West Central shoots it very well from there. As McAllister is going to be called for the foul, that'll be his fourth. So McAllister and Myers with 4 fouls out on the floor right now for Griggsville-Perry. Just the second foul of the quarter. So Evans will inbound underneath his own basket. His team's got the 48-34 lead with 4:13 to play in the ballgame.
Sievers on the dribble. Gets it to Evans. Back cut, down low. Brown leans back, won't go. Rebound tipped around. Evans grabs it, spins, shoots, missed it. Rebound loose on a scrum down low. Shot put up and good by Chance Little. And he'll have an and one opportunity here.
That'll be McAllister's fifth, so he'll foul out of the ballgame.
Here's Fensick in. So McAllister fouls out with 3:58 to play.
Offensive rebounds. Again, come back to haunt the Tornadoes as Little at the line, and he gets that one to go.
Just under 4 minutes left in this one. Here's a turnaround shot. Lane Lipkeman, no good. A rebound pulled in by Little.
I'm going to say it again. If they don't get this under control, it's going to get ugly. This is too much of a veteran crew to let some of this stuff be going. I'm not saying you call every ticky-tack foul, but it's starting to get where it's going to be more than just somebody fouling out.
That loose ball down here on that offensive rebound, it was a pull-out fight for the ball. And now Evans wraps up Lane Lipkeman after the ball was stolen away from him.
That'll be his third team foul. West Central's got the 17-point lead. It ties their largest lead of the ball game.
White sits down as
Brody Rush back into the ball game.
And here's a blocking foul going to be called on Sievers.
Sievers will be whistled for the third. Good call right there. Sievers had the right idea, but he started falling before there was contact made. So that's the fourth foul of the quarter against West Central.
Just got to work on that overall timing of that. You might get that call to head your direction if you're Sievers. Wyatt Lipkeman with the top of the key. To Lane Lipkeman, left side for a three, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Brown. Gets it to Ford. Into the front court, Evans.
7 rebounds now for West Central.
Here's Evans, spin move, body control, shot won't go. Rebound out of bounds off of the Cougars. Just under 3 minutes left. Into the front court, Wyatt Lipkeman. Guarded by Little. Out top, Finsick with it. Left side lane, Lipkeman. Gets to the free throw line. Pull up jump shot, rims it out, no good. And on the rebound, I think they'll call Rush for the foul.
They'll get Finsick for the foul. That'll be Finsick's first. Be the fourth foul of the quarter against Griggsville-Perry.
Full court pressure by the Tornadoes. Ball gets to Ford. He's into a double team, works out of it. Into the front court, Evans on the run out. Lobs it up for Little, who puts it up and in for two. Nice play. Good find from Evans to Little, and the lead is 53-34. Biggest lead of the contest on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Myers, left side, works into the corner to Lipkeman. They're playing a little pitch and catch there. Now Lane Lipkeman for a three, and he finds the mark from behind the arc. 2:05 left. Here's Sievers now going to lose the ball out of bounds. And a turnover called here on West Central. I think the call was out of bounds. Ryan Seasting is asking what the call was. He thought his man might have been fouled. 2:02 left. Around the horn it comes to Myers. Fakes, now fires away from downtown. Off the back iron, no good. Brown with the rebound. To Sievers, has it stolen away. Rush down low to Lane Lipkeman. Shot blocked. Look out, oh my goodness. Into the front court with it is Sievers. He'll work down low. That's to Little, who is fouled hard, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Well, Finsick will be whistled for his second. That'll send Little to the line for 2. Little's shot is good. He's got 12.
The Cougars as a team are a 62% free throw shooting team. What's going on now?
One of GP's players is sent to the bench, or sent to the locker room.
Sent to the locker room? Did he get ejected?
I don't believe so. There were no technical fouls called that I know of. This is, again, an example of officiating that has let the game get out of control.
We'll get a timeout here. I'm not sure you can just send a guy to the locker room, and with a high school student with high emotion, I don't think it's a place you want to send them by themselves anyway. 1:41 to play in the contest. We have a timeout, an Adams Network timeout, 54-37, the lead for West Central.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
If you have that drive and you want to do more with that, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose Dot.
Timeout taken by West Central. With 1:41 to play, Damon, I'm not sure there's a lot of doubt on who's going to win the game at this point. But both teams still with plenty of their regulars out there. Still working hard both ways. As the Tornadoes have the basketball. Wyatt Lipkeman on the right wing. Out top to Rush. To Lane Lipkeman, looks for an opening. Now Brody Rush gets it out top. Wyatt Lipkeman with 1:23 to play. Tornadoes taking some time here. Down 54-37, and now a foul on the floor, a blocking foul on one of the Cougars.
He'll be going to the line to shoot two as Carson Brown's whistled for his fourth. So Wyatt Lipkeman will go to the line to shoot two. Lipkeman at the line, his first free throw attempt of the night is up, and it is short.
Pike County Concrete, we needed concrete for your next job or project. Give Pike County Concrete a call. Locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville, 217-285-5548.
Lipkeman gets the second one to go. He splits a pair up to 16 points.
And bounce pass in the backcourt to Ford. GP was still some full court pressure. They steal the ball away. Rush puts it up and in for two to make it 54-40. Just over a minute to play and a foul.
Myers will go to the bench with his fifth.
.106 left, so Myers is fouled out. Garrett White has a little time to put a sub in here.
The Seavers will go to the other end to shoot two. Kirk will check into the ball game to replace Myers.
Sievers at the stripe. Cameron Sievers, the 5'7" junior guard.
Sievers has 3 points in the ball game. First one for him is up and good. Give him 4 points.
Again, it's a ways away, just a little under a month away, but these two teams, if the seeds hold true, could play in the semifinal of the Winchester tournament.
And Sievers can't get the second to go. Offensive rebound is going to come down in the hands of Chance Little, and then it'll be knocked out of bounds.
Stays with the Cougars underneath their own hoop. Evans to inbound. Way out front it goes with a minute to play. Evans with the basketball. West Central just trying to hold it out here. Ford with Rush out on him. Bounce pass goes to Sievers, and he's fouled by Wyatt Lipkeman right at midcourt.
That'll be his first. And it'll send Sievers back to the line to shoot two. He split a pair from there earlier. He's got 4 points. His team's got the 55-40 lead with 44.9 seconds to play. First one from Sievers is up and good. Give him 5 points. And he's got 1 shot remaining. If he can make this one, it'll take the lead out to 17. Unable to do so. But Chance Little's going to, well, he almost had the offensive rebound before he's tied up, and it'll be possession to Griggsville-Perry.
16-point game. 43 seconds left. Wyatt Lipman on the dribble, had the ball knocked loose, stolen away. Evans on the run out the other way, still pushing the pace, drives in, throws it out of bounds.
Turnover against West Central, that's their 20th, 9 in the ballgame for Griggsville-Perry.
.27 seconds left. Around the horn it comes to Wyatt Lipman. He'll put up a three on the wing, no good. Rebound down to Flint Kirk. To Wyatt Lipman. Throws a pass out to Finsick for three, no good. And the rebound to Carson Brown. He'll secure it for West Central with 8 seconds left, and they can just hold this one out.
That's Brown's 10th rebound of the game.
Cougars going to move to 8-2 on the season. Griggsville-Perry going to drop to 7-2. And we take you to the Blessing Health System post-game show as West Central picks up a big victory here at home. Griggsville-Perry drops their second game in a row. Final stats, we'll also name our player of the game. It's all coming your way on Central Illinois Sports.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Welcome back to the post-game show presented by Blessing Health System with locations throughout the region from walk-in to primary care, specialty medicine, and emergency care. Blessing Health System here to serve you and your family when you need them. Learn more at blessinghealth.org. Final of this one, West Central gets the victory, 56-40 over Griggsville-Perry. Cougars improved to 8-2 as the Tornadoes drop to 7-2 on the season, Dane.
Well, in the ballgame, Griggsville-Perry shoots 15 of 48 total from the field for just 31% compared to 55% shooting in the ballgame for West Central on 18 of 33. Individual scoring in the ballgame for Griggsville-Perry, Brody Rush and Dane McAllister with 2 points apiece. 8 points for Michael Myers, 12 for Lane Lipman, and 16 points in the ballgame for Wyatt Lipman. For West Central, individual scoring for them looks like this. 5 points apiece for Cameron Sievers and Nick Hamilton. 7 points for Riker Ford and Carson Brown. 12 points for Chance Little. And leading the way in the ballgame for West Central was Zach Evans with 20 points.
Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And, you know, there might be an obvious choice in this one if you just look at points, but I think Carson Brown's the player of the game in this one. 7 points, 10 rebounds, and really worked hard on the defensive end too, and really, you know, what did he commit? A foul in the game? Maybe a couple? 4?
Carson Brown.
Well, you got 4.
I mean,
didn't use all 5.
He had a foul left. No, Carson Brown did a great job. Really, he and Chance Little down low just controlled the glass, but Little finishing with 7 points to go along with 10 rebounds, and just a great game for him tonight, and a big victory for his West Central Cougar squad.
For Griggsville-Perry, second loss in a row, and if you're the Tornadoes, you've got to look to make sure this thing doesn't snowball on you.
Yeah, not a good week for this Griggsville-Perry squad, and they're going to have to look internally and find some mental toughness and find some composure. Find who's going to step up and be that leader for them and really get things calmed down when they need that. And this is a week that they had circled on their calendar to really come out and show the team that they are. Still a lot of season left, but definitely 2 victories that if you don't right the ship could get you sent down the wrong way.
They go to Greenfield on Monday in a rare Monday boys varsity game, and then they're home on Thursday of next week against Mendon Unity before playing back-to-back days in the IC Shootout, Illini Central next Friday, and Lovejoy on the 23rd before they take the break for the holiday for West Central as they improve their record to 8-2 on the season. They go to play a tough South County team. That game is not scheduled until the 19th, which is next Tuesday. And then they play host to Williamsville on the 22nd. So they have a couple tough ones coming up, too. Both of those teams off to a good start of the season.
Yeah, those are 2 teams that, they're going to be right in the thick of things come postseason time as well. And that's the thing, this West Central Cougar squad, they're 8-2 on the season now, 9-2.
8-2.
8-2. And look at the competition that they've played. This Cougars team is for real.
They get the win over Griggsville-Perry tonight, 56-40. That's going to do it from Winchester. For Tim Hull and Damon Emmerich, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us tonight for another Central Illinois Sports presentation.